I think Texas, it's funny because I feel like Texas gets a rap for being very country. And it's funny because there's tons of like wild and crazy bands from all different genres here. And so I think we just like, I definitely think people can tell we're from Texas. And I think there's an element of Texas. I mean, I was watching an interview with St. Vincent, and she's like, yeah, me and my producer really connect over the fact that we're from Texas. And there's just something about like being from Texas that kind of gives you this, I don't know, it's a weird thing. But I love being from Texas, and Matt's from Philly, but we forgive him.
We forgive him. Yeah. It's almost like a rebellious vibe as far as like the Texas vibe goes,
Yeah.
and I really enjoy what it just happens unconsciously, but it's really a special thing.
Well, and I think especially in Austin that I think we do stand out a little bit just with our style. In Austin to do that, it's just there's so much going on there musically that that's like the thing that like I think we should hang our hat on the most.
I think
is that we what's that?
I love that about Austin. I think
Yeah.
we were like born from that melting pot of all those just crazy bands, and like they were all a big influence on me. And it's just there's 50 to 100 shows every night of the week, and it's a wild thing to be a part of.
Yeah, it's funny when we're on tour and we're like, yeah, we're from Texas. People are like, oh. And then we're like, we're from Austin. And they're like, oh, okay. Like, we love you.
They start walking away, and we have to yell at them. No, please
no,
come
it's
back.
Austin. Like, cool. We love color in our music and in our like visual performance. We love dancing. We really like playing with each other. So we're usually having the best time. And as we play more and more shows with audiences that you don't know the people, we have kind of started to just like forge a connection with all of these different types of people through music and only music. And I think that connections are really one of my favorite parts of our shows. But there's usually confetti and sometimes fireworks. Chris is kind of a pyromaniac.
Comes in handy.
Dancing unicorns, bubbles,
True.
candles. We do like sit-down candlelight vigils sometimes. All types of stuff. You never know.
I wish Confetti Cat was here. I told him to stick around because he'd be the person to answer that question. Our faithful friend Jerry Sparkman does a lot of our stage design, and him and our other friend Ernest. Like last night we played at Stubbs, and they put together like a 7-foot or 7-yard massive contraption of balloons they drop in the audience, and they help us execute the fireworks and shoot giant streamers. And what is it that Ernest called his massive balloon concoction?
Rainbow balloon sausage.
The rainbow balloon sausage.
It was the most. We're like driving in our van. Yeah, 6-yard rainbow balloon sausage.
Yeah.
We're
Nine,
like driving
I think
in our
11
van,
people.
And it's just like stretched from the way back of the van to the way front. And we're like not fitting in the
Marching
car.
into that venue with that, though, it's just a herd of people walked behind
Yeah.
us. We're like, where the hell
It
is
was
this
pretty
going?
hilarious. Yeah, we tend to make a little bit of a scene every now and then.
I mean, I think we have some of the similar influences, such as John Frusciante is, I think, one of our big ones. Incubus's guitarist, I think, is another one, even though their music may not be as current as it is, needs to be. But I think that we both pull from those influences. So I think on the guitar level, I think that we complement each other very much on the, rhythm and lead end, in the sense that we have similar influences.
I think we almost take it not from a classical perspective, but that is something in music that, as far as composition, we look to a lot. And bands like My Morning Jacket, I think, weave their guitars really intricately. And, when we were starting out, there were other bands like, well, why don't you try doing this, like, up in a minor third or a major fifth? And we're like, what are you talking about? And then we started, like, really putting our two guitars together and listening, like, okay, what does every one of these notes sound like? And we have this new song called Party Master and the Space Brigade, and a lot of the drive of the guitar in that, it's just this backing melody that washes over the whole track, and it's our two guitars weaving like an arpeggio in a different scale over each other, and we sat with it and got every single note down, and it's a new direction for us, and I think it's something we really, really enjoy, as well as me and Craig, because we're both kind of the lead instrument of the band, which, if we're fighting each other for space, can ruin a song, but if we're complementing each other, it can take us to new territories we didn't really even foresee.
I mean, a lot of times it's just a matter of we both play something and we're like, either that works together or it doesn't. Let's figure out how to make it work together if it doesn't. And I mean, I hate using this word, but it's organic. It just becomes very natural. It just happens. Yeah.
Well, I think something we've talked a lot about is just like the effect of like closeness and trust, that the effect that has on creativity. And it seems really like the more we travel together, play together, work together, like the better that gets. And I think in the beginning it was really tough. Like, Matt's a very intricate rhythm guitar player, and so you have basically like 3 really intricate things going on at the same time. And I think they've done just an amazing job at like balancing that and making it sound more like one instrument than rather than 3 instruments kind of crowded into a space.
I think something that really influenced that transition to that was I really just have to thank Victor Wooten. He passed around. He made this book called The Music Lesson, and everyone in the band read this book.
Oh,
and
you like that book?
It changed my life on so many levels. It was like reading Zen and the Art of Motorcycle Maintenance again. It was amazing. But when he talks about space and how 0 is actually a multiplier and it's one of the most important numbers, and when you're not playing a note, you could be playing the most important note. You'll play the entire set, and it really changed our perspective on how to create a song and how to like create an emotion.
Festivals.
Yeah, we love playing festivals.
All the festivals.
We definitely feel most at home at music festivals. This year we were in Nova Scotia playing a really badass festival called Evolve Festival. We were in Tulsa, Utopia Fest down south here, and then we're headed to Joshua Tree. And like, if we could, basically just keep growing that. We're really excited to release our album. We recorded in February with Kevin Algunas, who's worked with like Edward Sharpe and Cold War Kids and Lumineers, all bands we really like look up to and love. We recorded with him at Sound City Studios in February, and it was amazing. We've spent 3 weeks in LA in your hood, and we had the best time. It was so much fun, and we learned so much about the recording process. I think we all came out of that like feeling so much better about recording. I'd always been really intimidated by it, but it was magical and fun. So we're releasing that in early 2016, probably in late January, and I can't wait for everyone to hear it. We're so excited.
Hi,
we're Calliope Musicals, and this is Grammy Pro.